Alright, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of Greece. If you're just joining us, yes, we do have most of Central Africa under our control all the way down. Well, Central North Africa, I guess, would be a better way of saying that. We are looking at declaring war against Algeria here, but I think right now we actually do have the weaker military. They have the numbers, they also have the equipment advantage. So it's really a desire that we go towards that Algerian border. I think after we make a move against Algeria, though, if we are successful in our operation, Morocco is definitely on order. And we've become a minor power. We're pretty locked in. Also, I realized I didn't do the stat checkup on the last episode, so that's unfortunate, but we'll get it on this one. I got too involved with like military stuff and planning. Somehow our tax cost went up, which is confusing. I do want to check on our economy and see if so we're not on the front page yet. That's unfortunate. 10 billion, or sorry, 10 trillion is our next goal. Then 15, then yeah. Okay. So we have some significant discrepancies as far as economic output to meet our goals. See, where are recruits here? I think we are filling in the IFE section on our own. That's good. We have some sort of domestic production, even if it's like wholly insufficient. We're making our own fighter, we're making our own heavy lift now. We do have our own IFV. Yeah, watching this European situation is a little wild. Not a whole lot of options left to take. Federalization of the EU. I don't know how that works. Did we lose control? Because at that point, I'd consider that a loss. But if we gain control of the entirety of Europe, that would be different. Hmm. Yeah, so if I send everyone over there, we're just gonna send everyone to the Venezuelan border for no reason. I think France might be the only country that could even do something like that. Well, that's a nightmare. You've got border gore like crazy in Venezuela about to take place. All right, let's get our foreign investment in Spain. Renewable energy projects going. Looks like that's taken off. It's very popular. All right, got these artillery bonuses. Get some more munitions. Oh, looks like our fuel situation's getting kind of serious. Do need to watch that. These look like utility vehicle bonuses. It's armor and breakthrough. I like the basic setup there. Heavy, not so much. Because it lowers speed, but I may take it because of all the other benefits. Yeah, lower reliability, lower speed, and higher fuel usage is not ideal. But it does give better attack bonuses. So we'll go with that. And the heavy. We'll just roll with it. Air doctrines. I guess we have this doesn't give any bonuses to multi-roll, but it does for air superiority. You get air attack, air defense. Flight range bonuses. Yeah. Heavy designs. Drone designs. Honestly, if I could select one, I almost want to do dedicated designs. Yeah, because that gives radar advantage. This of 2% versus 3. This is just more bonuses. I'll never have a CAS plane though. I will have air superiority fighters. And then multi-roll. The multi-roll, yeah, dedicated just for the air superiority bonus, and then I'll just leave multi-roll to do its thing. Air attack out, like crazy high air attack. Flight range, no. Mixed multi-roll. And then I don't know what is considered a strike fighter though. That's a little confusing. Yeah, these just don't get experience, which is really annoying. I don't like that change at all. So it makes all those bonuses completely irrelevant if we're not getting them. Period. Seems a little bit broken. And I don't know why it seems that way. Who knows? Alright, fire support drones are coming up. Online. We would need what? Stealth experimentation done? It's probably not going to happen. Let's go ahead and get... I shouldn't have clicked that. I did though. It's too bad. Still working on it. Halfway done. Just a little bit behind, not too far. All right, so we've got 4th gen multi-rolls here. The Rafael. Yeah, I think we're going to have the same exact kit, though, on this fighter. So it's just pretty weak, unfortunately. That lowers a lot of stats to put that armor on. That's crazy. And I guess we can do mid-air refueling. It's considered air superiority too. Oh, that's funny. All right, let's give it a radar bonus. And give it 1 engine bonus too. We'll call this... Yeah, I don't think it's probably a disservice to that plane to name it after it, considering how terrible the stats and equipment on this are. So, yeah. We'll call this an MR2 Spartan. Oh, I don't have enough. I'm not even saving this design. It's so terrible. We're just gonna, we'll redo it. Hopefully we get some new equipment before I try and do that again. Like, not even better than the 3rd gen craft. All right. Yeah, we got our 55 billion there. We can throw in on some Spanish renewable energy. We're big on that Spanish renewable energy. And I guess I can mess with tax rates. Go ahead and lower our corporate tax a little bit here. This will help our growth too. Yeah, so we're going to go down to 20%. We did finish the FN Scar. They already named a utility vehicle the Hoplite. I didn't see that. That's... Man, they're copying me, I swear. Also, it's much better for the Hoplite to be for like an airborne troop. It just makes it cooler. Alright, so that's actually hilarious timing on excavation. That's a good grab. Energy use. Let's go fuel. Or power and fuel. Yeah, because we're kind of running low on power. We're getting another full stack here pretty quick. Oh, what happened? Our spy died. That is something I need to work on. We need more agents. So let's get our military info maxed. Here's recruitment. I guess we just do not have enough IFVs, period. Unemployment's almost becoming a problem. Employment is almost becoming a problem again, where we have too many factories for the amount of workers. That's wildly not good. I can't believe that's even gonna be an issue. But it is what it is. Yeah, lowering our tax rate gave us a ton more factories to work with here. So that's really cool. That's absolutely terrifying. I am going to bump our military spending. Yeah. Okay, so bumping our military spending did actually put us in the negative for income. That's crazy. Well, that being the case, I'm going to have to work on a lot of this stuff at the bottom here. I think that'll get resolved though when I integrate Shad. We'll see. We'll see how this all plays out. Yeah. Oh, wow. Lose $1 billion a week? That might be a bit too much. But we did get a Marine unit done. So that's going to be MOCOM, Marine Command. And this is going to be the 1st Marines. And we're going to go ahead and... Okay, wow. This random? He just gets a huge amount of units is what these are. Okay. Just infinite units in their divisions. Yeah, he even has invader, division attack, shore bombardment bonuses. I mean, if there was a Marine commander, it's this guy, Lieutenant General Athanasios Stelios. Pretty much have to take him. Like, he's made for the Marines. And really, tactics movement. Yeah. It's hard to not take that guy. Alright, so we got the munitions done for the 2nd tier. Let's go ahead and get more anti-tank guided stuff, because we're not even using artillery yet. We really don't have the equipment. That's the bigger issue at hand. Oh, yeah, that's not great. I don't like that we're losing that much money. Kind of fluctuating very rapidly. Go down. Let's see what our... Yeah, we can combat foreign influence. We're up to 60% independence. Chad is about to let us lower their autonomy again to autonomous region. Yeah, look at that percent bonus too. Right. So let's click the button. Someone else is in the EU. Nigeria. I think Cameroon is probably... Yeah, Cameroon for the rubber. Nigeria for the rubber and the tech metals there. And the steel. Oh my god. We need all that steel. We can force peace in the region. I'm not against it. Yeah, Greek Africa. Who knew? Who knew? All right, how's our production looking? We're short quite a few pieces of equipment here, but I think we can make it work. 420 BMPs would help. Okay, so we're working our way through this. That's not good. That's dropped a lot too. We need more unemployed people. Unfortunately. All right, so that's gonna kick us down in monies. I may have to bump us back to large military spending. I don't think we can go up to very large. Not yet. We'll have to be back over $3 billion to do that, make that work. So this is just kind of where we're going to sit. We're not the little United States right now. Yeah, that does fix that whole economic nightmare. Also, I guess it affects your worker fulfillment because you need more workers for military industry, I guess. Secretly, that's a change that it makes. Who knows? Because I know your productivity goes higher. I am going to have to trade for an oil, though. Let's go back to 3. Yeah, so we're making 1 IFE a day. So in a year, we'd be almost done. Right, then we got Chad. Pretty much wrapped up here. They're going to be puppeted and annexed before I'm done with this stack at this rate. We have 100,000 troops. Let's see where Marine Command is right now. Let's go ahead and move them to the actual front we want them at. Let's make a Army Group 2. We have a couple generals. I wonder if these apply. So, like, this is a Panzer leader. Yeah, we're going to be using these guys in the desert. So anything with desert bonuses is also welcome. But I think this general here will be fine. We'll go ahead and assign the front line. And we'll get our troop movement we want. It's going to be straight across. Alright, let's get our offensive battle plan built out. Which is strike this airfield. Preferably through the desert, but we may go over land, it looks like. I don't know why we would attack from that direction. There. That'll work. And then fire and forget. Right, we got our 3rd agent there. That's good. Alright, she's going into Bulgaria. She'll be used to rescue people for now. We have Bulgaria hacked. We do not. Go ahead and get Bulgaria. We have Morocco. We have Algeria. Nigeria. Cameroon. The Central African Republic, maybe. Definitely Niger. And Turkey needs to get on that list as well. Alright, yeah, if we're looking at these battle plans with the units we currently have, pretty low odds, one might say. Let's lower our power consumption. Population again. Funny how that's a recurring theme as a problem. Alright, so we got Chad here. We're out of things to build. Other than we can build 1 billion forts, so we might as well do that. Let's build 1 billion forts. And we're gonna go ahead for the push to get that annexed as quick as we can. The US deploys the S Brigade in Ankara. The Turkey. Yeah, hopefully that's not World War going on that's about to happen. Anti-tank guided missiles finished. Let's get the quad mount. Are we low on power? How does this happen? Alright, Nigeria here. Or sorry, Algeria. 400 days. We have 1 year to get all our equipment, troops, and everything figured out. So we'll get Chad annexed. We got the mag, so the rail production's faster. Make our commercialized agriculture districts more productive. Well, let's go ahead and just put a renewable energy plant somewhere. How much more do I need? Yeah, we should be fine if I get the rest of these up. I'll just throw stacks of those. Alright, perfect. Where's the... There's something that gives... I think it's black operations. Yeah, special forces attack. We're gonna max that out. Kazakhstan left Russia's union over there. That's crazy. Wouldn't have expected that normally. Trade agreements. Alright. We can go ahead and annex our territories. Oppressed subjects is off. Let's go for the where's the... That's the cypress tree. We could do that. I don't think we're ready for that. Guess we'll just sit here for a second. Alright, so EU is expanding. Let's go for forts. Let's get a little bit of fort research on lock. Alright, we do have unemployment again, that's good. What did that do for our... Wasn't like a huge bonus. Did increase our income. Our population is now at 50 million. Non-core population. I'm curious what we have that is non-core. I would think everything would be a core region, but... Oh, I guess the desert here? Northern Darfur? How do we have a Sudan? Why is this in our territory? Oh my god. This is desert. Of course it is. Like, I don't want these desert tribes. They're just gonna rebel. That's super frustrating. Okay. Well, I guess it's pop. We'll take it. Um, yeah, so let's cancel these so we can actually get some good production going. We need the factories, we need nuclear plants, but we're going to be working extensively on rail networks and supply networks anywhere and everywhere we can. All right, which are these? Tunis? So these are probably ones I need. I need a lot. Oh my god. That's really bad. Thanks for the tip. I don't need that anymore. How did we get kicked out as president of the European Central Bank? How does that happen? I want this job. Um, does it tell you? I don't see any of these saying like this person becomes president of the Federation, whatever you call it, United States of Europe, or the federalized Europe. I don't know how that works. Council voting. There's an EU Navy on the docket. I'm not worried about it. Yeah, our bigger problem is going to be infantrymen. We'll go ahead and just going to add divisions. 25, and we'll do that 3 times. The Greek armies. Yeah, it looks like we can only do it 1 time based on the manpower, but minor details. No one cares about the details, guys. I guess escort vehicles. Yeah, I'm bumping all our stealth stuff. Everything's going to be stealth. That way the drones don't absolutely shred us. Oh, I just realized we have a ton of cash that we probably took out on loan or something. I don't know how we got that. Or maybe someone bought. Oh, that's from probably the annexation. Well, we'll use it for foreign investment here. We'll use it for the good stuff. For getting more money. Money for money. Nice. Oh, and we're at time. Well over time. So let's go ahead and check out the economy situation. We're on the front page. I think this counts. I would say we're on it. We've made it on the front page with the lowest amount of office sectors we could possibly have. Territory wise, Brazil has moved up considering the whole Venezuela war. Civilian industry, we're very much on the front page now. Tied with Vietnam, which is kind of weird, but we are tied with Vietnam as most of Europe is just making tons of everything. Actually curious military wise what we're looking at. I guess we'd be in the back end, but we don't even have the raw materials we need to utilize the military industry we have. All right, what's our ground land forces look like? You know, it's kind of crazy that Algeria has twice as big an army as us. Oh my god. All right. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch everyone on the next episode. Y'all have a good one.